Mr. Bond, 255-8319 and 8318. When you come to court, you come dressed appropriately, not in half shirts, dude. You're not going to a club.
I'm sorry, I
You
don't have that
understand?
much clothes. Yes, sir. Understand.
Why did you miss court?
Not valid transportation.
I will reinstate your bond today, but I'm not going to do this again. If you continue to miss court, it's just not going to go well for you. Do you understand? One, get out of jail free card. That's it. You stand charged with two cases. You're charged with criminal mischief. You're also charged with assault of a family member. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Did you get the cause numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
On April 2nd, 2025, in Harris County Council's officer dispatched from assault in progress. The officer arrived and observed the complaining witness and the assault fighting. The officer made contact with the complaining witness and stated that he and the defendant were in a dating relationship. The complaining witness stated that they got into an argument inside the gas station and the defendant punched him in the face, causing him pain, and proceeded to punch him several more times before the complaining witness started to fight back with the defendant. The second complaining witness stated that he searched for him. Items and substances.
Okay. How much as far as criminal mischief is concerned? Because I have here, it's a class A. So you really over $750 worth of.
I think you said one moment. There were multiple display shelves and stands that were damaged, totaling approximately $1,800 in value.
Mr. Bond, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm trying to find a job, trying to get myself together.
Where are you living?
Trying to mentally figure myself out as well.
Where are you living?
Everywhere.
This is not a good way to go through life, Mr. Bond.
Yes, sir.
You know, you're begging for trouble. When you're living on the streets, it's an extremely hard life that ends nowhere good. Who do you have in your life that can help you out? You have mom, dad, anyone?
No, my dad lives in Arkansas now. My mom passed away. I have my best friend every now and then. She could help me out.
About dad. Why not dad?
He's
All
weird.
right. So I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. I don't want to use alcohol. I don't want you to use any dope. And I'm telling you, I'm going to test you. You need to understand this, that you probably at this juncture in your life have no one in this world that is willing to probably even pony up $100 to get you out of jail. You are out because I gave you, or we gave you a PR bond. If you don't get a PR bond, you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this thing is over with. And I'm telling you, it takes damn near 9 months just to get a 911. So imagine, you can be stuck in there for a long time. All I'm asking you to do, don't use, don't be a danger to my streets, and don't have contact with this complaining witness. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you need resources, a place to stay, food, devices, we can help you out. All you have to do is ask. But I'm not going to be understanding if you sit here, start picking up cases, you start going out there using all kind of crazy ass dope. It's not going to happen. You understand? Make good decisions, because if you don't,
Right.
okay, so don't worry about conditions. He'll be with Fleischer. Okay. So Vic, do you mind reaching out to the MAC phone, please?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you sign a receipt, Victoria. You were going to meet with Fleischer for your bond conditions. Then I'll have you take your seat in the jury box while I find your lawyer. Please. Mr. Badan, come up. Not only have you continually failed and are always late to court, you failed to repeatedly appear in this court. And I now have your bond set at 5,003. Goes with you. Enough is enough. You can't keep doing
It's a new job. It's a good mistake.
it. You can't just come when you want to come. We have court dates. Give you a lawyer. You can't just do what you want to
I
do.
had transportation issues.
I'll appoint your lawyer today if you don't have one.
No, but
Judge, how you plead guilty or not guilty?
You know, it really is a shame that we have to damn near beg for some people to do anything to get a dismissal. You have literally had this case open since 2023 and an offer to get this case dismissed for doing one simple thing is getting registration on a vehicle. And just that would have gotten this case dismissed. And here we are, 2 years later, nothing has happened but the multiple non-appearances. You may not remember this tomorrow or the next day, but one day you can say, "Damn, why did I not get this done?" You know, now you're pleading guilty to this tampering case and it's going to end up going on your record. And it's going to be that for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand? You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Mr. Badon. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to an offense, it will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand? How do you plead to this offense of tampering with a government record? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement of 9 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 4 days that you've done. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. I hope in life, if you ever pick up a criminal case again, that you take it seriously. We don't ask for much here. When you show up, when you do things, good things happen, man. Good luck.
Judge, may I be excused?
Thanks. You speak English?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Perez, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You ready?
Judge, I don't think I got that cause.
I'll give it to you. 255-9272. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 9th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer he was on patrol when he observed a vehicle with illegal windshield tint and the front windshield traveling down the road. The law enforcement officer conducted a traffic stop.
Did we not have this exact one? Was it like yesterday or the day before? Same thing, really?
I'm not sure about the illegal window.
It was tint and then there was, on that one, there was something else. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I lost one. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant who was identified by a section driver's license and observed a strong odor of marijuana emanating from the vehicle and his person. Law enforcement officer immediately detained the defendant and asked the defendant if there was any marijuana in the vehicle. And the defendant admitted to having half a blunt and a pistol from his glove compartment in the vehicle. Law enforcement officer conducted a proper cause search, which resulted in the finding of a Glock firearm located in the glove compartment and 0.30 ounces of marijuana. Marijuana in the firearm, we're in the emergency care custody control. And that's.
I find it conclusory as well. What does illegal window tint mean? How is it illegal? Why? You know, it's completely conclusory. Is that the only reason for the stop?
That is the only reason I have to stop here.
Okay. Mr. Perez,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward in your case. When you have illegal substances in your car, you are rolling probable cause. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Probably. Be careful out there. You get one life. You start racking up convictions, it's not going to go well for you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Take a seat for me, please.
Judge, I have a plea, last name Bowles.
Okay. Do you mind bringing them up? Why are we doing this?
That looks better.
This sucks. You just want to end up with a conviction on your record? Is that what you want to do?
She bomb prohibited for almost 2 years.
Your Honor, yes, there was a PTI offer. She got blocked.
How many times?
It was for over a year. She got picked up on a traffic stop. I believe it was January of 23.
You said what I'm doing with my life?
Yeah.
I got a job. I'm gonna go back to school.
Baloney. Kiss it all goodbye. Not with a conviction, not with an evading conviction. You might as well just quit everything. When you end up with conviction on your record, you continually hose yourself. Not only that, this is the one that's an enhanceable offense, meaning you pick up another one of these cases, you'll be charged with a felony offense for the rest of your life. I'm not taking. No. How old are you? I'm not doing it. No. Shoot, ruin her life at 18? I'm not going to do it.
What's the
I
alternative?
don't know. I'm big. You know, sometimes we have to save people from themselves because you're your own worst enemy. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
You said what?
What do you do with the rest of your life? You have your whole life ahead of you. And, you know, you're going nowhere fast. You've failed to appear here at least three. I mean,
It was twice in the original.
probation to try to keep it on.
I can't hear you say it again.
Probation to trying to keep it on.
Probation's not gonna keep it off the record, and they didn't offer a deferred.
You still, would you
Based
still,
on, based on the court saying,
what about this, the other one?
Judge, I just don't feel comfortable with the PTI. We offered that, she took off after we offered PTI. I just don't feel comfortable with PTI.
You know, the thing is that you had this great offer, like when you first got here, where had you done like a rinky-dink class, maybe just a tiny bit of community service, they would have dismissed the case. But you've been gone for again a year. You've taken off multiple times, and it's like we have to beg you to get a dismissal on this case. Do you see something wrong with that?
I didn't have to beg you to come. I had to be in court twice. The first one, I didn't have to appear for court. The second one, I didn't know I had to be in court until the day of at 8:30 something a.m. And I was at school taking a STAR test, district test at school. It was raining that day. I don't know. Past that, I didn't know I had a warrant. Since then, I've been having a job. I graduated high school. I've been having a job for all these for the year and a half I've been here. I haven't gotten in no trouble. Yes, I'm still working. I have a full-time job. I just got off of work 7:30 today.
Let's see what else we can do. You know, I'm willing to give you as much time as you need, Aaron.
I'll talk to her.
But I don't want you to fail now at 18 and hurt yourself worse than you are. It's really hard living in today's society as a minority. And when you start racking up convictions, all you're doing is you're killing yourself. You know, when people see these, when you try to get a job, you try to get a loan, you try to get an apartment, they're going to use this against you all day. And it's not going to help. I'm willing to give you as much time as you need. I don't want to hold it against you now that you've been gone. I'm willing to give you time. Talk about it with Eric, see what we can do. But you need to think about your future because you only get one shot at life. You don't get multiple times. We all make mistakes. I get it. The idea is that you learn from this now so it doesn't continue to happen. You and I have had this conversation now. So if it happens again where you take off, because I'm going to notate everything we're talking about, you take off on me again, you start acting or doing crazy stuff out there, I will have absolutely no sympathy for you. But I'm trying to reach out to you now so you don't ruin what you have left. This life is about one thing. It's about money. And if you have it, it's a great life. And you get that with knowledge, with education. If you don't have money, this life sucks. Trust me. You understand? Take your time.
Speak for himself. And what we have come to a tentative agreement.
I think at the minimum, infer is,
For Thanksgiving.
or unless you want to do something else. What are you thinking, Stinking?
Can we get one reset? See if she shows up. I will reconsider now on PTI.
Can you mark it so that, okay.
I watched it.
Come up, ma'am. Are you mom?
Yes.
Come on up. Thank you so much for coming. They need a little bit of time to think about whether they're going to re-offer the intervention program for her. It's a great deal where you do just a little bit of work, the case gets dismissed, doesn't go on your record. They want a little bit of time to make sure that she's going to come back. She's going to take it seriously. If she does, they're going to reconsider the offer. How much time do you guys want? You tell me. I'm done.
That's all the clips.
Okay, we're going to set this off for 2 weeks. I don't want you to use alcohol. I don't want you to use drugs. I don't want you to be in possession of any weapons. I just want you to work and be productive. And if you do, and if you show up to court, good things happen. Do you understand? I'm not asking for much. All right, so let's set off 2 weeks. We'll have you come back and then hopefully, all right?
A Texas courtroom judge handled several criminal cases involving missed court appearances, assault, weapons charges, and young offenders facing serious consequences. One defendant was warned for repeatedly missing court and appearing improperly dressed while facing assault and criminal mischief charges connected to a gas station fight that caused significant property damage. The judge expressed concern about the defendant's unstable living situation and warned that continued drug use or criminal activity would lead to harsher punishment, while also offering access to housing and support resources. Another defendant pleaded guilty to tampering with a government record after ignoring court requirements for nearly 2 years, leading the judge to lecture him about how permanent criminal convictions can negatively affect jobs, housing, and future opportunities. In a separate case, a man charged with unlawfully carrying a weapon had his case dismissed after the judge ruled police lacked proper probable cause for the traffic stop involving alleged illegal window tint. The judge nevertheless warned him about carrying drugs and firearms together. The hearing also focused heavily on an 18-year-old defendant accused of evading arrest. Despite frustration over missed appearances, the judge strongly encouraged her to avoid accepting a conviction that could permanently damage her future, pushing prosecutors to reconsider a diversion program that could keep the offense off her record. Throughout the session, the judge repeatedly stressed accountability, attending court, avoiding drugs and weapons, and making better life decisions before minor offenses escalate into serious criminal records.